How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing something I think that's going to be quite interesting. I put a post on my community post section saying, what is your favorite old moneymaker? And I said, like, old ones. Don't share your current ones because they're probably going to get ruined, so make sure they're your old ones. I say comment these below and I'll try them out in today's RuneScape for a fun video. So what we're going to do is go through your comments, find out all the old moneymakers that you guys used to do, and we're going to see how they sort of work in today's market, see if any of them are any good still, and see how much you can actually make maybe per hour. We'll try and work it out per hour. I'll probably just do like a little bit of the actual money maker and then work out how much you could do in that full hour. But that should be quite interesting. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Do subscribe if you're new to the channel. Do leave a like if you enjoy the video. But otherwise, let's have a look at the first comment and let's see where we're going first, shall we? Alright, so our old one is from Gifted Scope, and you said, can't have a money-making conversation without the OG. Used to kill chickens by Lumbridge till I got about 5k feathers stacked, ran up to Varrock left bank, and to this day, my fastest typing occurs when I need to write selling feathers or bank sale. So I remember writing bank sale trying to sell you stuff, but he said that we should be going and trying out to get some feathers from the chickens, I assume in the farm down here. So let's go and do that. Let's spend a little while doing that, probably about 5 or 10 minutes, see how much we can actually get, and then we will go ahead and try and sell those off. Anyway, we're going to ignore all the eggs, we're going to ignore all the meat. This is about the feathers. We're going to get as many feathers as we can in 5 minutes, and then we'll see how much we can get in an hour, and so we'll work it out from there. Alright, so after about 5 minutes of work, we have 640 feathers. So let's just quickly work that out and see how much we would have if we did that for an hour straight, because that was nice and easy. As you guys saw, I'm not struggling to kill these chickens. So if we were doing this for an hour, we would get 12 times that. So if we do 12 times 640, that leaves us with 7,680 feathers. So let's go and try and sell these off, and we will see exactly how much we actually get, because I'd be very, very interested. So we're going to sell off just the 640, and then we'll times that by 12, and we'll see what it actually comes to. Well, they don't seem to be selling there, so let's just go and dump them in the Grand Exchange. I'm pretty sure we're never going to get those sold over there. So, you know, that's what you said we would do it. So we've got to see it. It just doesn't work. So let's go and sell these off, see how much we actually do get. We're going to chuck all our coins away first because we don't want to mix that up. We made 6.4k from 5 minutes. Now, if we times that by 12, that gives us 76.8k per hour. Absolutely terrible. Now, I think most of the money making from chickens would actually probably come from the raw chicken and the eggs as well. That looked like a decent amount of money on those. I'm not sure whether they'd sell, but I'm pretty sure killing chickens is like a good 1 mil or 2 mil an hour or something like that. But just for the feathers itself, 76.8k an hour. Damn, this used to be good. I remember doing this myself, but hell, don't do that anymore, guys. Hell no, not worth it. Alright, our next comment said, I remember getting big bones from the giants underground close to the Grand Exchange. So that was the hill giants, which are down in that little thing there, the goblins. So what we're going to do is just change our bolts, because I feel like we're kind of overkilling it with these bolts. Let's just get some normal attention bolts, and then we'll head down there. We'll kill some hill giants for 5 minutes, and we'll see how much. We don't have enough money. Chickens failed us. Alright, let's go make some money. It's been so long since I've come down here, but it's probably going to be, yeah, it's so dead. There's literally no one here. This used to be so hard to find a spot to kill giants here. You used to have to like hide behind these rocks here and say spot them with your shitty little arrows. But you know what? Let's see how much we can get. So 5 minutes from now, let's go. Well, that's awkward. I had my bone crusher on, and that's literally what we came for. Let me just sort that out real quick. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? So I figured I'd bring the note paper just so it's easier for me to keep track of what I've actually got in the time that I'm here. Now it will speed up how much I can get in the same amount of time by just a little bit, but it shouldn't make that much difference. And it just means that I don't lose all my stuff in the bank. So that's what this is for. Obviously, you wouldn't use note paper, do it if you're trying to do this for money, because note paper is worth more than the stuff you're noting. But yeah, just for ease of me keeping track of stuff. We've got about a minute left, so let's crack on with that. All right, so after 5 minutes, we managed to get ourselves 70k. Now that's actually not too bad. And of course, I didn't use the bank every time. I definitely filled up my inventory like 3 times with that. So you could probably take off like maybe another 10k maybe, just because of the bank time that you would have to do in that 5 minutes. However, that's actually not too bad. So 70 times 12 is actually 840k. So I'd say this is probably about 800k an hour if you're using the gear that I've got, of course, but it's definitely not worth doing. If you weren't using that, and if you didn't get all the herbs and limpwork roots that I actually got, which was quite lucky, then you definitely will be making about 500k an hour. But I guess for a new person, like a brand new account, it's maybe not terrible, but it's definitely not anything to brag about these days. 500k an hour back then would have been amazing, but these weren't. This was 100% not 500k an hour back then. But today, definitely not worth your time. Our next comment said, you used to be able to buy buckets in the Fremi market, fill them at the sandpit, and then use the bank deposit box to send them to the bank. So we're going to give that a try. I've just bought a full inventory of buckets from Sigmund the merchant here. I assume that's where you would buy them from, seeing as you just have the buckets in there. And the sandpit is just over here. Now, I'm not sure about a bank deposit box, whether they've removed that or not. But you used to be able to, I mean, you can still actually, they fill up pretty quick actually. But you can actually take them to Pia the Seer, is it? And you can take it to him and they can actually bank it for you. So we'll do that. We'll bank them off and we'll buy as many buckets as we can. Now, there was only 2 buckets left in stock at the merchant. So unless there's another one, we may have to try and hop world, see if that replenishes it. But I'm not sure if it does that anymore. I'm not sure if hopping worlds actually gets the stock back in. But let's deposit our stuff with Pia the Seer. That's unfortunate. Let's just imagine that we could do that. That's 8.8k. That's actually not bad. That's actually pretty good. Okay, so we've got 2 buckets left. Let's just hop world and see if this actually works, because if hopping world replenishes the buckets, this could be good money. And we're just going to see what it's actually like, because if it doesn't, then we know that this doesn't work. Right, so where's he at? Is there? Let's trade this guy. Okay, so when we hop world, he still has only 2 buckets. Can we buy buckets from anybody else? No, so it's literally just them. So unfortunately, it isn't actually going to be worth doing. Like, you can definitely turn a profit, because these are worth what? 317 each, and the bucket itself only costs 2 GP. So you do still make some money, but you're not going to be making enough because you can't buy any more buckets than that. Which is a bit of a shame, because that could have been good had you actually had the deposit thing as well. But anyway, that's not going to work, so let's have a look, see what else we can find. Alright, so our next comment is from Shroudy, and you say, I mean, I don't know if I would call it my favourite, but I did used to grind the F out of picking and spinning flax way back in the day. So that method has a lot of nostalgia tied to it. So spinning flax is something a lot of people used to do, and I did it plenty as well. So we'll get some flax from the Grand Exchange. And literally, it was just spinning flax into bowstrings. I assume that's what you were spinning it into. We'll just buy like 500 of those. Doubt we're going to be able to spin all of them in 5 minutes, but just to be safe, that's 600 apparently, that's fine. And then what we'll do is we'll just grab it. Where is it at? Flax. Put that. We got 1,000. No, we already had stuff in the bank. That's fine. I'll take a full inventory of this. And you do it in Lumbridge. You do it in Lumbridge underneath the bank on the second floor. And you on the first floor, sorry. And you would go up to the second floor where the bank is. And then you just bank it. You would literally just run back and forth, spinning this into bowstrings. And that would actually make quite a decent amount of money. So we're going to go and do that now. We'll do it for 5 minutes. Work out how much we could do in an hour. And go from there, shall we? Alright, that is our 5 minutes up, so let's go and see how many flax we actually managed to spin into bowstrings, and then we'll see how much our profit was, and times that by 12. So, put them away. We managed to spin 140 flax. It may have been just over 5 minutes, but that's okay. So let's just quickly price check this before we go and sell it. So 62.5k. That looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty good. For just AFK spinning bow flax, it still seems pretty decent. That's if they sell. Okay, so we got 57.5k and it was 140. So flax, let's just see, 140 flax actually costs us 18.2k. So let's work out the difference with that. So we actually made 40k in 5 minutes. So 40k times 12 is 480k. In all honesty, you can do this on a brand new account. You can literally make a brand new account. Flax literally has a crafting level of 1. I'm pretty sure you can do it straight away. So you could buy some flax, go to the spinning wheel and make about 500k an hour, 450 to 500k an hour. That's actually pretty decent for a brand new account. It could definitely get you some starting cash to go ahead and make some more money. So honestly, this is actually good. And I'm actually going to say this is a yes. This is actually really, really good. 500k an hour with no requirements whatsoever, and it's AFK. The next method that we have commented is, I think for 8 years, all I did was cut yews at Edgeville. I used to do this as well, so we'll definitely give this one a good try. Just literally next to the bank, there's the place where you can cut yew. There's like 3 yew trees, I believe. It used to be ridiculously heavily botted though, so it was very competitive for the trees. However, now I'm pretty sure it's going to be dead. Let's go ahead, try that for 5 minutes, see how many yew logs we can get, and see whether it's worth any money. People used to camp this so much. This was such good money back in the day compared to what you could do. Oh, there's only 2 trees. Okay, I thought there was 3. I thought there was 1 here and 2 there, but obviously not. So let's cut down these yews, get a few inventories, do it for 5 minutes, and then we'll be back and see how many logs we can actually get. Obviously, it's going to be different these days with the better tools and stuff, but that's fine. And a bird's nest, apparently. That's fine. We're going to take everything into account. We're trying out things in today's RuneScape, so every little helps. Right, well, it's been 5 minutes now, so we're going to have to just leave that tree, unfortunately. We have managed to get ourselves 27 in the bank, I think. It literally, I don't think this is good at all. So we got ourselves 27 logs there, so 32 altogether, and we got ourselves 1 bird's nest. Now, we could get super lucky with the bird's nest and get some good money out of that, but we'll have to just see. So we'll search that, and we got a papaya tree seed, which is worth 696 coins, so nearly nothing. So we can crush the bird's nest as well. Right, let's chuck all that in the inventory. After 5 minutes, we managed to get 12.1k. Let's go and sell it at the Grand Exchange so we know exactly how much we did actually get. Then we'll times that by 12, and we'll see whether this was worth doing. I'm already pretty certain it was not worth doing at all. But let's just do it properly. Dump that in there. Dump that in there. Pretty sure the crushed nest is like almost the exact same as the logs, but okay. So we got 11k. So we made 141k cutting yews over an hour. That's what that would be. So not great whatsoever. Wood cutting is pretty much off the table now. I would say it used to be good. It used to be okay. Cutting yews, cutting magics, all that sort of stuff was okay. Doesn't seem worth it now. I would highly recommend you do not do that. The last one we're going to do is going to be the big one I used was killing Anako or Anako or however you pronounce that for blood and death runes back in the day. So those are in the stronghold of security. So let's go ahead and get ourselves there, and we'll do that for 5 minutes, see what we can get. This is definitely something that I remember doing, so this will be quite interesting to see as well. Alright, so that is our last inventory. We'll kill this one as well. And then that is literally it. That's the 5 minutes up. So we'll take whatever this one drops, and then we'll teleport back to the Grand Exchange. I've got a pretty good feeling about this one, in all honesty. We did come with 81k, so we didn't have all of this, so I'll take 81k out of that. But that's fine. I noticed just before we started picking stuff up. I got 81k out, and then we'll go and sell all this off, and we'll see how much we got. Alright, so after all that, we managed to get ourselves 131k. This is, I think, the best we've had so far. So 131k times 12 is 1.5 mil an hour, nearly 1.6 mil an hour. That's actually really, really good. Obviously, I was killing them super fast because I was using greater ricochet with like roaming and stuff, but that's still good. And like we said, it's in today's sort of thing, so we're using as much stuff as we can, making it as quick as possible. 1.5 mil an hour just killing Anakos. Now, I probably could have done it better if I just stayed in the same room and hopped world to kill the rest of them on another world. Probably would have been faster. The respawn time was a bit slow. So you could maybe even push this up to like maybe 1.8, maybe 2 mil an hour, depending on how much you get. So that's actually kind of cool. I'm quite surprised by that. Like I said, that's going to be the last one that we do today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I thought it'd be kind of cool just to get your ideas through the community thing. I'm enjoying making the videos with the community posts. So if you're interested in stuff like that, let me know if there's any other questions in the community post that you think I should put in there, make a video on and talk about the comments from that. Like I said, I'm loving making them and you guys seem to be enjoying them as well. But otherwise, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it, do subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.